Chapel Hill residents have many different ideas on the kind of town we want to be. We want to provide a place in our community for people of all walks of life and all income levels. But we also want to protect our trees, parklands, and wildlife habitats. We want to bring new businesses to town to provide tax revenue and employment. But we also want to support our unique, locally owned small businesses that give Chapel Hill its personality. We want to concentrate growth in town to limit sprawl by building denser housing. But we also want to be able to get around without spending hours in traffic. We want our taxes and costs of living to remain reasonable so that we can continue to live here. But we also want to enjoy excellent library, recreational, and public safety services. It is the job of elected officials to balance these different goals in a way that is informed, fair, and sustainable. And that is the kind of elected official I intend to be. As opposed to some other candidates, I don't believe that we need to sacrifice our parks and trees in order to create housing for lower income families. As opposed to some other candidates, I don't believe we need to build monstrously tall buildings that block out the sky in order to address the challenges of climate change. Instead, I think we can address the many challenges we face as a town while still maintaining our high quality of life and remaining true to our long-standing values of education, inclusion, and environmental stewardship. And that's why you should vote for me. But that's not the only reason. If you want someone who's good with numbers and has strong analytical skills, vote for me. I have an MBA from the University of Chicago. I feel that it will be a valuable asset when looking at council documents. When I took over as a treasurer of the PTA, I noticed a problem with prior income taxes that were filed. In the last 5 years, every tax return was wrong. I wrote a letter to the IRS, got it fixed, and avoided paying a penalty. If you want someone who is a doer and who will persist in the face of difficulty, vote for me. The Gun Give Back event that I organized was very difficult to do under North Carolina law, but I found a way to collect unwanted guns and destroy them in a way where no parts would be sold back to the arms industry. I was determined to reduce the number of guns in our community and to have a safer Chapel Hill. If you want someone who's collaborative and strategic, vote for me. I have worked on teams with all kinds of people. When I worked as an associate product manager, I had to develop strategy and implementation. I've been using those skills all along in the PTA and in the Parks, Greenways, and Recreation Commission, as well as other places. If you want someone who will listen to the residents, vote for me. I've been meeting leaders in our community as well as our residents. I understand that I am there to represent you and to make decisions for our shared future. I hope that you will entrust me with this big responsibility. I am Renuka Soll, and I'm asking for your vote for Chapel Hill Town Council.